You know, in a world that's all about algorithms and the latest tech, what if I told you the real key to wealth wasn't new at all? What if it's ancient geometry? Today, we are diving deep into the Sri Yantra. It's a sacred blueprint that just might be the thing to unlock the flow of abundance in your life. So, let me ask you, does your income feel stuck? Kind of like you're putting in all the work, all the effort, but you keep hitting this invisible wall? If you're feeling financially blocked, trust me, you are not alone. But what if the problem isn't the economy or your boss or your business? What if it's something inside, an internal blueprint? The idea we're exploring today is that this feeling, it's not bad luck. It's actually a misalignment, a gap between your intention, your energy, and the actions you're taking. And the craziest part? Hidden inside this ancient geometric pattern is the exact blueprint to bring all of that back into perfect harmony. And here it is. This is the Sri Yantra. Many consider it to be the single most powerful wealth symbol on the planet. And listen, it is so much more than just a pretty design. Think of it like a cosmic map, a tool for your mind. And maybe, just maybe, it's the pattern your brain has been missing to really, truly create abundance. I mean, the name itself pretty much tells the whole story. Sri means wealth, and yantra means instrument. So this is, quite literally, the instrument of wealth. But here's the secret. The real power isn't in worshiping it. It's about understanding the geometry and seeing how it perfectly mirrors the structure of creation itself. So at its core, the Sri Yantra is a total masterclass in what we call sacred geometry. It's even seen as the visual form of Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. It's this beautiful, complex structure with 9 main triangles that interlock to create 43 smaller ones, and it's all held within these protective outer layers. It's a universe in a single image. Okay, so to really get how this works, we need to decode it. And the best way to do that is layer by layer, starting from the outside and working our way in. You'll see that each layer represents a different part of our existence, starting right here in our physical world. So this outer square, it's called the Bhupura. This represents the material world. We're talking your job, your business, your bank account, your day-to-day reality. It also acts as a kind of sacred container, protecting all that creative energy inside. This is usually where we feel those financial blocks first, right? Right here in our relationship with the material world. Now, just inside that square, you see those 2 rings of lotus petals. Now, the lotus is an incredibly powerful symbol, right? It grows up through muddy, murky water, yet it blossoms into this absolutely beautiful, pristine flower. Well, these petals represent exactly that, the blooming of new opportunities and our own spiritual awakening. It's a reminder that real abundance can, and often does, grow out of life's biggest challenges. All right, now we get to the heart of the yantra. This is the engine room of manifestation, this incredible web of interlocking triangles. This is where the real magic happens, and it's all about balancing 2 fundamental cosmic energies. You see, you've got 4 triangles pointing up. These represent masculine energy, or Shiva. Think consciousness, stability, and focused forward action. Then you have 5 triangles pointing down. These represent feminine energy, or Shakti. That's your dynamic power, your creativity, your intuition. See, real wealth isn't created by just hustle or just great ideas. It's born in that perfect, harmonious intersection of both. And this quote just illustrates that core philosophy so perfectly. Ancient teachings tell us that absolutely nothing is created without both consciousness and energy. This yantra, it's the blueprint for that union. It shows us we need both that focused action and that intuitive flow to actually manifest our goals. And right there, at the absolute center of it all, is the bindu, the dot. It represents the origin point of everything, of the entire universe, pure consciousness. But for our purposes, for you and me, this is the power of a single focused intention. Because where your attention goes, your energy, and yes, your money will absolutely follow. Okay, so we understand the map, but how do we actually use it to navigate our financial lives? This isn't just some cool theory. There is a simple, actionable practice you can do to activate this blueprint in your own mind. All it takes is 5 minutes a day. Just sit with an image of the Sri Yantra. First, gaze softly at that central dot, the bindu. This is an actual yogic practice called trataka, and it's a focused gaze that helps dissolve all those thoughts of fear and lack. Second, visualize a golden light of pure abundance expanding from that center point, just filling the entire symbol. Third, state your financial intention out loud with clarity and power. And finally, just listen. Listen for a little intuitive nudge to take one small, practical action that day. That's how you connect the energy to the real world.
Now, your affirmation is key. It needs to be clear, powerful, and stated in the present tense. Something like, I am aligned with infinite financial abundance. And you have to really feel the truth of that as you focus on the yantra. This is about commanding your energy, not just kind of wishing for a different reality.
Look, this isn't just superstition or wishful thinking. There's a real cognitive process happening here. The Sri Yantra is a tool for deep focus that literally helps reorganize your mind for success. Let's break down how that actually works. So check this out. Your brain is actually hardwired to recognize symmetry and harmony, and it finds it incredibly calming. So when you gaze at a perfectly balanced geometric form like the Sri Yantra, it can help reduce mental chaos and lower your stress levels. And when your mind is less stressed, what happens? You get greater emotional stability and way more mental clarity. And what does that lead to? Better, clearer, more aligned financial decisions. See the connection? So let's be super clear. The Sri Yantra is not a magical ATM machine. It's a tool for mental organization. It structures your focus, it aligns your energy, and it calms down all that mental noise that leads to bad decisions. An organized, aligned mind is the single most powerful wealth creation tool you will ever have, period.
So the recipe for real, sustainable abundance is actually a blend of these three things. You take the ancient wisdom of this blueprint, you combine it with your own focused intention, and then you add in practical, inspired action in the real world. That's the formula.
And that really leads to our final question for you to think about. In a world that just glorifies constant hustle and burnout, are you ready to try a different way? Are you ready to replace all that frantic, scattered effort with clear, powerful, structured intention? The blueprint has been here for thousands of years, just waiting for us to use it.